Mr. Wick, I have a question.
Yeah, it's Michael. How you
So
doing?
the lady from Naviance like responded and like told me what my email was, but then I do it every time I put in the password to the email, it's not working. So I reset my password and
Hmm.
it like the temporary password, but when I put that password in, it's not working.
You definitely put it in right.
Yeah.
Um, did you send a message to Miss Blake?
Yeah, she's the one that told me what email to use.
Right. Well, send another message to her and tell her that temporary password doesn't work either.
Alright.
Because that's not something, unfortunately, that I can deal with at my end. But yeah, if you send her a message, then hopefully she can sort it out. Anybody else having any problems with the college stuff? I want all of us to try and be logged in at least to Naviance because this is something you're going to be using every year. So it's really helpful. This is the only way to do your college applications for a start. So you better, start getting used to it now. Um, any questions about Naviance? Anybody still having problems? No? Okay. I'm just going to invite some people and then we can get started. Um, as I'm doing that, let me just say a few things. I posted an assignment today. That is the only assignment you're going to get this week. So just the one today. And this is probably how I'm going to do things going forward. It probably will just be one assignment on like the Monday, and then that will be it for the week. So, but that assignment may have more than one part to it. Like the assignment today, there's like a Nearpod lesson to go through, and then there's the second part of the assignment, which is doing the song lyric thing, right? So, but it's all going to be posted in one assignment, hopefully in future. So that hopefully means you have less work to do. But you do need to do all the parts of the assignment. All right, let me just invite a few people. Anybody not understand the assignment or having any problems so far? No? Okay. And just gonna invite some people and then we'll get started. I very much liked some of your replies to these attendance prompts that I've been doing. Some of them are really, really good. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today as well. If you've just come, please write present in the chat so I know you're here. All right, just a few more people and then we'll get started. Some people never come. It's really upsetting. Okay, Bashar. Oh, we got some music. Here we go. Okay, let's get started. Let me just share my screen. Today's going to be pretty quick. We should be done and dusted in like 20 minutes, hopefully. All right, I think you can see my screen now. Can you see my screen? Yes? Everyone can see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, so if you just come right present in the chat, as I was just saying a couple of minutes ago, you're only going to get one assignment this week. It is already posted. It is called assignment 4.1. Okay, that's the first assignment in the poetry unit. So there's that. Let's talk about extra credit. Okay, so um, for extra credit, if you want extra credit, and remember the way extra credit works is that if you got a low grade on a assignment this unit, then I normally replace that with a higher grade, right, from doing this extra credit work. That's kind of like the best way it works. So if you want extra credit, what you're going to do is you may have noticed that all of the attendance prompts recently have been like questions, like what would you do if, and then there'll be something on the end. Like today's one, what would you do if you were stranded on a desert island and you only had one book to read. By the way, it breaks my heart when a lot of you say that you would just eat the book rather than read it. that slowly is killing me, but whatever. So if you want extra credit, I want you to come up with your own what would you do if scenario. Okay, so you can send me a message, a private message in chat, and you would just come up with a scenario. It has to start with what would you do if, and then you would finish that sentence with a particular scenario. So for example, we've had, what would you do if you saw your double on the street? What would you do if you woke up as a beetle? What would you do if you heard voices under your bed? And so on, right? By the way, all of those ones that I've done so far have been the plots of stories. So, for example, the one about waking up as a beetle is a very famous short story called Metamorphosis by Kafka. The one about what would you do if you saw your double on the street, there are lots of stories about that. All right, so you don't have to come up with one which is from a story, but just come up with an interesting, maybe funny, whatever scenario. What would you do if? And then just send me that message in chat. And if you want, you can send me a picture to go with it. It's connected to it in some way, so I can put that, and I will use that in the future attendance prompts. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. Let's go on. So I talked about this last week. I still don't have many essays that have been finished and completed, right? That is the argument essay assignment 3.10. Okay, I've probably had maybe half back, to be honest, which is no bueno. Also the mock regents, those two multiple choice assignments and the text response. There's the college week thing from last week, and today's assignment on analyzing poetry. Okay, you have next week off, no school next week. You have this Friday off, no school on Friday. All right, if you are behind on any of this stuff, you need to start making it up. All right, I haven't put your grades onto Pupil Path yet. That's because it's not available, because they're still processing stuff with last semester. But those grades will probably go on at the end of this week. Okay. If you're very behind on some of this stuff, I'm going to start calling home and asking your parents, Johnny's in my class, he hasn't done this assignment. I don't know why, he won't talk to me. Right? So please make sure you're caught up on these assignments so I don't have to have a nice conversation with your parents. Any questions on work? Okay. Let's talk about the next thing. I don't know if anyone's done something called a Socratic seminar. Has anyone done one of those in one of your other classes or in middle school, maybe?
Yeah, I didn't.
So, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I doing those before.
You've done those, right? Okay, so some of you are saying you've done it, and in the classroom, it kind of like looks like how it is on the screen here, right? We all sit around in a circle, and we just talk about something. I did this last year. We just talked about a poem, and we just spent half an hour talking about a poem. All right. The goal of these seminars is not to go into like, great analysis, or not to worry about, terms for things like purpose, audience, and stuff like that. It's just to appreciate a poem, think about what the poem is saying, think about how we interpret the poem, if we like the poem, right? Things like that. So we're going to be having these seminars. You have already been sent a message in chat. So the message tells you what day your seminar is on. Some of you are going to be on Tuesday, tomorrow. Some of you will be on Wednesday, and some of you will be on Thursday. Each of those groups is capped at about 20 students. So it's going to be a lot smaller group, which means that everyone I hope, will be able to participate in some way. And what I mean by that is this is going to be graded like an assignment, right? So there's only really 2 grades. There's a 4 if you've participated in some way, which just means that maybe you said you like the poem, or talk about something about the poem when we're having this seminar, or maybe you wrote something in the chat, okay? And then the only other grade is a 1, which means you weren't at the seminar, or you just sat there and didn't say anything, right? I know some of you are shy and you don't like to talk out about these things. That's why the good thing is you can just write a message in chat, okay? So I want everyone to participate. I am going to try and speak as little as possible, right? It's really a chance for you to talk to each other about this poem. So let's talk about the poem now. You all should have received this, all right? I sent this with the message. It was sent as a PDF. I'm going to put it in the chat again now, in case you didn't receive it. Okay, the poem is called Hanging Fire, and it's by this lady on the right-hand side. She's called Audre Lorde. She's a famous poet from New York. And after the poem on the PDF was a little bit of information about her, about the poet, okay? So that's the poem that we're going to be reading tomorrow. If you haven't read the poem yet, please read it before we do the seminar, okay? Because we've only got half an hour, and it's going to be kind of hard to fit all this conversation in if you haven't read the poem yet. So the poem is very short, right? It's only 3 stanzas. Okay, so it doesn't take long to read. It's not particularly difficult in terms of the language. So just
sorry, but where is it, the poem?
So the poem I sent to you as a message in chat. I'm also going to attach it in the chat now, in case you didn't get it earlier, okay? So if you didn't receive the message telling you which day your assignment was, sorry, which day your seminar is going to be, I'm going to put it in the chat now. Here is the poem, okay? So it's a PDF. It's going in the chat now. All right, so please read the poem before your seminar, all right? I'm also going to send you out
Julie,
a reminder on the day that your seminar is. Okay, so if your seminar is tomorrow, I'll send you a reminder in the morning. If your seminar is on Wednesday, I'll send you a reminder on Wednesday morning. If yours is on Thursday, I'll send you a message on Thursday morning. So check your messages in chat.
Do we show our face when we have the seminar?
You don't have to. It would be nice, but you don't have to. Okay, I do want you to talk. All right, it's a conversation. All right, we're
so
not getting.
see where we like which seminar we are.
So if you go into your messages in chat, you should see a message from me saying, and it will either be Tuesday seminar group, Wednesday seminar group, Thursday seminar group, and that will tell you which day you are. All right, Michael, for example, I think you're on Thursday. If you're in my period 1 class, you might be on tomorrow or Wednesday. If you're not sure, send me a message. Okay, but I will be sending out reminders in the morning of your particular day, so you should get that message. Okay, yes, so as far as how the seminar goes, I don't expect you to put your camera on if you don't want it. I do want you to speak. If you really don't want to speak, then you can write in the chat. All you have to do is participate in some way to get a 4, right? Easy. Okay, and again, this is about appreciating a poem, thinking about a poem. Right? I'm going to try and do interesting poems. So we're not going to get into any of the technical jargon unless it comes up. All right. Okay. So any questions about the seminar? All right. So the last thing I want to do is talk about the assignment that was posted today.
Wait, I'm sorry. I did have a quick question.
Yes, Nathan.
when you say participate, you mean that we have to give insight about the poem, or what?
So when I mean participate, right? How the seminar will start, and I'll probably put up some questions that you can think about, right?
Okay.
And then you'll think about the questions, and then maybe you'll answer one of the questions, right? And then maybe someone will say something, and then you can reply to that person. Now, how you say things or reply could be in the chat, or it could be you could just say them through your microphone, right? So that's all that I mean by participation. If you say something or write a message in chat, that counts as participation. You get a 4. Okay, easy. My goal is that everyone in the seminar will say something or write something. Okay, I don't want one person or 2 people to dominate everything. Okay, I want everyone to have a chance to give their opinion or say what they want to say. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. All right, so that's a seminar. We'll talk more about it at the beginning of the seminars. Okay. All right, let's look at the assignment. I don't know if has anyone done it yet? I don't think so, probably, right? No. Okay, so it looks like this, right? It's called 4.1. 4 because we're in Unit 4, and this is the first assignment in Unit 4. Analyzing poetry using something called soapstone. Has anyone used this method before?
No, I have not.
No one else? Okay.
No.
So soapstone is just a way of analyzing poetry, or really any type of literature. And these things stand for something, right? For example, S stands for subject, O stands for occasion, A, audience, P, purpose, another S stands for speaker, and the last 4 letters is tone, tone of a poem. All right. So this assignment is really in 2 parts. All right. So the first part is a Nearpod lesson. I've just started using Nearpod. I hope it won't go completely wrong. All right. So when you click on the link, it will take you to the Nearpod. And if your computer is as slow as mine, it will take you there very slowly. All right, and it will look like this. And then you just write your name in here, full name, and then join the lesson. Okay, and then yes, here we go. So there's a bunch of slides. I think you've all used Nearpod, especially in your social studies classes. So I think most of you have an idea about how it works. It's a series of slides, and then there may be something to do on the slide, or something to listen to or read. Okay, if you see this at the bottom, right, of the slide, this means there's something to listen to. So our new unit is on. It's me talking. All right, so I've added narration to some of the slides. So listen to the narration if you have it on a slide. Read any of the information, and then you go to the next slide. All right, and then there may be some activities. Okay, so the first activity is, how do you feel about poetry? All right, and you have 3 categories there. So you choose one of these. Bam. Okay, won't let me continue. The other thing about this Nearpod is, unless you write something, it won't let you continue. Okay, so you have to select an answer. So you go through the Nearpod. Maybe I can show you on the preview here. And as I said, there'll be something to listen to, maybe a YouTube clip, and some directions about what to do. There's a collaborate board, which is a little bit like Padlet, where you can write a response. And then I go into Soapstone, what Soapstone stands for, right? Again, listen to the narration. And then again, the narration. And then after each of the different parts of Soapstone, there'll be one question, which will be to read a poem, a very short poem, and you do that by clicking on the link at the top here. All right, here's the poem. So you read this very short poem, and then there's a multiple choice about what is the subject or what is the occasion, what is the audience of the poem. So you just go through the slides, all right? They don't take long. I know there's 24, but most of them are just very short. But make sure you go through each part of the slides, do any of the activities, and then you're done, okay? So I don't think that will be any problem for anybody. And then the second part of the assignment is to open this document at the bottom, right? Analyzing song lyrics. When you click on the three dots, make sure you're opening it in Word Online. All right, so let's see what it looks like. And this part of the assignment is where you're applying this soapstone analysis to a song lyric of your choice. Okay, so let's just wait for it to load. All right, so we've got the instructions here. First thing you do is choose a song that you love. All right, it has to be reasonably appropriate, by which I mean if every second word is a swear word, not going to be very much to analyze there. All right, you can have some swear words in the song. When you're writing it out, maybe just asterisk over the offending letters of the swear word. So if your swear word begins with F for Frank, maybe you write F star star star. Okay, and then once you've chosen your song, look up the lyrics. All right, so someone give me the name of the song. Anybody got a song in mind that they like?
Yeah.
They
Sure.
can give me the name of the song.
Don't Start Now.
Don't Start Now, right? So you go to a website like genius.com. You could also just put the song name into Google. All right, so Don't Start Now. Is this a Dua Lipa song? Yes.
Yeah, it is.
She's English. Did you know that?
She's English and she also sings. She's also sings in Spanish. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I think her parents are Albanian or something. Anyway, so here we are. Here's the lyrics, right, to the song. Okay, now you're not going to copy out all of the lyrics, all right? You're just going to copy out a stanza, one stanza. And a stanza is like a group of lines. So, for example, this is a stanza, all right? Remember, you're going to try and analyze this song. So you want to choose a meaningful stanza. So if you were doing this song, you probably don't want those two lines because that may not be enough to analyze. So maybe you just want these ones, right? So you copy this, right? You go back into the assignment and then you just paste it into this box here, like that, right? Okay, so that's what we do. You choose your lyrics. You choose a favorite section of the song, a stanza. You copy and paste it into this box, just like I just did for this Dua Lipa song. And then the next part is you have to analyze this stanza using Soapstone. All right, so if you go to the next page, there's a table here, and you've got to say what is the subject of this song? What is the occasion of this song? What is the audience? What is the purpose? What is the subject? What is the tone? All right. If you're unsure about how to do that, I've given you an example here from a Sam Cooke song. He was like a famous R&B singer in the 60s. And he wrote a song called A Change Is Gonna Come. This is a stanza from that song. Okay, and this on the right hand side is my analysis of that stanza using Soapstone. Okay, so the subject is how best to deal with a world that always pushes you down, keeps you moving, unsure of yourself. The occasion, time he and his wife were refused from staying at a hotel due to their race, so on and so on. Okay, so that's how to do this. Right, once you've done it, okay, let me just delete this. So once you've done your song, you just come out of this and you just turn in the assignment on the page and you're all done. Okay. So the soapstone elements are defined in the Nearpod when you do the Nearpod lesson, and they're also on this page here, which is attached to the assignment. Okay, so it goes through all of them on this page as well. All right, any questions on the assignment?
Are you allowed to use songs that are in a different language, or is it strictly in English?
So a good question. If you use a song in a different language, you can use the song, but you have to translate it into English. Now, most songs, there'll be a translated version online somewhere, or you can just put the lyrics into something like Google Translate, and it will do the translation for you. Okay, my Spanish is not very good, so I'm not going to really understand how you did your analysis if I don't understand the lyrics, right? So you can do if it's in a different language, but you've got to convert it into English lyrics.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? No, everyone's good.
No, yeah.
Yeah. This assignment is due on the Monday we come back. So it's not due next Monday because we're not at school. It will be due the Monday after that. All right. So you have a good long time to do this. All right. Remember to do both parts of the assignment, the Nearpod, which helps you understand what the different elements of soapstone are, and then also the song analysis as well. Okay. You'll be great.
Wait, you said about the songs. They can't have any like curse words, right?
They can have curse words, but with the curse words, I want you to make sure that maybe you asterisk the curse words. So if it's, F everything, then maybe just do F asterisk asterisk asterisk, and maybe not too many curse words. All right, but I know a lot of you listen to songs that have that stuff in. That's fine, but maybe not too many of them. Okay. Any other questions? No? All good?
No, you answered all my questions.
All right. Anybody else have any questions?
No.
All right. So this is going to be the last meeting we're going to have with everybody. And then tomorrow, some of you will be in the poetry seminar. Some of you will be on Wednesday. Some of you will be on Thursday. Okay. And then we won't have a meeting on Friday because there's no school on Friday. All right. So unless anyone wants to say anything, we'll leave it there. It's very cold outside. It looks beautiful, but it's very cold outside if anyone's thinking of going out. I think it's like...
I've had enough of the snow after I had to shovel it yesterday.
Well, you say that, Nathan, but it's going to snow pretty much every day for like the next week. So you should get used to it. Let me show you what I don't know if you can see this. Can you see how much it's supposed to snow this whole next week?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Pretty much every day.
I can see that. Yeah.
Sucks, right? Sucks. Crazy how much snow we've had. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. If anybody has any questions, send me a message. If you want to do the extra credit thing, remember, just send me a message as well. What would you do if? And then you'll finish that part. Other than that, I will see you guys later on this week for the seminar, and then after we come back. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Mr.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Take care.
Mr. Wick.
Have a great day, Mr. Wick.
You
Have a
too.
good
Bye,
day.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Wick. Stay safe.
Bye. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.